Rồi, nhà đang chuẩn bị đi đi coi tour Swampland của Florida nè, đi coi cá sấu ha. Đi bằng airboat là chiếc tàu mà nó có cánh quạt, tàu cánh quạt. Đây, đại gia đình của nhà họ Lê. Giơ tay lên cho biết người nào của nhà họ Lê. Coi cá sấu trên cạn trước ha. Tới đi ra thuyền tàu. Đó, đó có mấy con cá sấu nằm chờ sẵn nè. Thấy chưa? Nằm chờ sẵn để làm show đó. Hả? Cái nào khóc là bỏ xuống đó đó. Ừ. Dạ 35 đồng người lớn. Đó. Harry Story. Mà nói gì? Vô coi baby gear này.
Có nhiều thú khác nữa kìa.
Yeah, if you have wristband 22, you are going to do your photos first, guys.
22.
All right. After you take your photo, you're going to have a seat, pick up your photo after you boat ride in the store.
Chụp hình để nó hỏi mình có mua không mà.
Đi kêu là được chụp hình.
Ồ, cái hình như cái coupon của mình có include 2 tấm.
Mặc cái bơ 22 ra.
Mỗi gia đình riêng nhá.
Chắc chụp chung cũng được mà chụp riêng cũng được.
Chung được thì được chứ không được.
Là gia đình cậu là
Em muốn cầm không?
hai mẹ con mình nói
Đừng có thả nghe, thả là
dễ ghét chưa mà có sắp đây dễ ghét.
chắc vô. Hold where.
Có con rùa nữa nè mong.
Rồi cầm lại. Cười lên. Bấm quay đi quẻ.
Quay rồi.
Chưa bấm quay.
Bấm rồi.
All right, guys, next group.
Đừng có rung thả con cá sấu người ta bắt đề nó nghe không? Con gì đó Thi? Con rùa. Con này con gì? Trồn hôi. Trong này là cái gì? Ô, cá sấu trắng nè. Đồ lạ nè, hiếm quý nè. Trời ơi, nó giống như là cái bằng nhựa. Cái mắt nó ghê không? Trắng rồi mà còn mắt cũng trắng luôn. Không có nào đen. Đó con. Vui không? Ba này đây bác.
Nó chết không?
Cái sấu trắng mà mắt nó cũng trắng luôn, giống mì ma vậy đó. Thấy không Thi? Em?
Giả mà.
Giả đó.
The largest alligator, male and up there with huge head right there. These are biggest one at 10 feet and like 400 pounds. Now, unfortunately, I'm not doing a show with him. He's like 10 feet and like 400 pounds. Can't really make me much of anything, but I do want to show you him. Okay, so let's come over here and we're going to say hi to him really quick. So he's going to go right here, guys. I'm going to come over here and try to lift his head up here. I'll be able to see him.
Đi lên chỗ chị qua trong khi nó quẹt cái qua. Rồi leo lên. Đi ra cầm. Vô mẹ đi vô mẹ. Ngồi đây được rồi má, ngồi đây thấy rõ hơn. Nó muốn đứng đây nó nói vậy.
Còn muốn đứng đó thì đứng đi.
Đứng thì xem cho gần. Còn muốn quay video không?
Now, being a so big, a lot of people do ask how old is he or how old is that one. Truth is, I have no idea. There's actually no way to tell the age of one just by simply looking. There's no external characteristics, size, or measurement. That's why we just simply cut them in half and count the rings. I'm kidding, guys. It's a live show full of bad jokes. You gotta work through the pain with me a little bit here. Now, really, though, there is no way to tell their age. Their size depends upon diet and environmental factors and on how old they are. So he could be 25 or 75. You'd have no idea by looking. And some records in captivity claim to have alligators over 100 years old, so they're very long lived. Now, in here, we mainly feed these guys raw chicken, other kinds of meat, but in the wild, they're opportunistic hunters. They like to eat things like raccoons, turtles, fish, birds, and of course, their favorite, tourists. Yay. Which is not kidding, of course. Attacks on people are really rare. Everything's trying to get you, but if you just do the math, there's over 1 million alligators out there, and they really want to eat people. We'd have people dying every day. Instead, we get more people killed annually by vending machines and by alligators. Which is real. More people get angry, they can't get a candy bar, they like shake the machine, it falls down and crushes the guy. More often than people get killed by those things, which says everything you need to know about alligator aggressiveness and human intelligence. Yay. Now for your show, let's go ahead and grab a hold of one of these guys. They all look so excited over here. I guess we'll just grab one over here. So I'm going to grab him and we're going to bring him up there in the center so everybody's going to see him.
Ảnh nó lên. Ui chú chặt cầu cái tiếng. To dễ sợ chưa?
Tắt chưa? Tắt video chưa?
Alright, now.
Thôi rồi.
Cheers, everybody out there, guys. It's a live show, a live audience. Now this guy here is like 7.5 feet. He's probably about 150 pounds. You guys want a picture? Do me a favor. Hurry up. We're going to set him down right here in the sand, and let's grab all these jaws nice and carefully. Right, take a look at there, guys.
Hiền không đứng gần.
Cũng sợ chứ, ông cũng sợ.
Now they can actually break those teeth off, they grow them back, and they cycle through several thousand teeth in a lifetime, which comes in handy because of how hard they weigh. A large beard can weigh down with an entire team of horses in 2,000 pounds per square power. You only know that we're think about it, 2,000 pounds, that's enough power in there to snap any bone in your weak, fragile human body and precious for one If you're not impressed by that, that's because you're on the wrong side of the grass. Now, even though they can bite down so hard, you can hold those jaws shut in your bare hand, as you can see me doing right now. All that power is for closing, very little for opening. So if you're ever about to be attacked by one, remember, you don't have to run away. Simply turn around, grab those jaws, you'll do great. I'm kidding, guys, you're going to run for your life.
Ở đây là nằm xuống trời nó xấu.
For a reason, though, we're actually an alligator rescue, and these are all considered to be nuisance gators. Now, a nuisance gator is one that shows up in the backyard, swimming pool, he ate fluffy, stuff like that, right? Now, once you see somebody's dog, they send out a trapper to capture and kill the gator, unless the dog's like a Pomeranian, to let that gator go. That's fine.
Thiên lại ẩm đứng nó sống này, ẩm nó sống này. Ẩm nó sống nó này.
Đứng
ngoài cho bà.
Once you feed him, he'll learn to associate you with food. You don't have food, you are food. Now, we're doing here, we're doing shows with these nuisance gators instead of feeding them into a suitcase or a pair of boots, which you appreciate that, right, buddy?
Ông biểu nó đó.
That's why we're considered an alligator rescue, because every gator that you see in here would have sadly been destroyed if they were not here with us. Now, we're also very fortunate. We work with one of the only committed non-gator trappers around. I work under him and rescue these guys out of people's backyards myself. Actually, I caught one of them on somebody's front doorstep at 4 in the morning. Like, imagine we leave for work early, sun's not even up, open your front door, and surprise, that thing's on the welcome mat. That's literally what happens. So I was able to safely capture and rescue that gator. Now, again, I said the word rescue because every different trapper shows up, they just simply shoot the gator. And the reason behind that is, as nuisance gator trappers, we don't get paid money to catch gator. The gator itself is a payment. Because in the state of Florida, if they bid money and then rip your arm off, you get sued for liability. So the state says we don't pay, we're not responsible. Your payment is the body of the gator. So the only way a trapper makes money is killing him and selling the meat in the hide. Which means me and the group that I work with are the only ones dumb enough to work for free. We volunteer our time unpaid to rescue them out of backyards or bring them to sanctuaries like this instead of killing them for a profit. Now, the state does not allow the release or relocation of nuisance gators back out there due to their homing ability, and what that means, even if you took him 100 miles away and drop him off, give him a month, he'll go back to the same backyard he was caught from. They read the Earth's magnetic field to find their way. That's why they're recognized as such amazing navigators. Navigator. You'll get a couple minutes, guys. Now, if you want to learn more about the rescue, what we do and how we save them, check out the TV show we used to film here called Gator Boys on Animal Planet. I'm one of the guys who's on the show. Now, gator wrestling is not like wrestling in the ring. I don't hurt have upper body slam. It's actually techniques used by the native tribes of Florida. And one of their maneuvers first, just hold your jaws shut between your chin and your chest, allowing your hands to be free to take out a rope and then tie the jaws shut. Which sounds like a horrible, dangerous idea because it is, so I'm going to show you. Hold the jaws underneath my chin. Now it's going to make a cool looking photo. You're going to move some left to the side. If it does go horribly wrong, switch your camera from photo to video. There we go, very carefully.
Ồ.
Mày khi mới ngồi lên nhẹ rồi.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for that overwhelming enthusiasm.
Không ngồi lên
Here's
nhẹ
the big
rồi
expression we get all day long. Why aren't they all attacking me? Why aren't they more aggressive? Am I still alive? And why do I look so disappointed I'm still alive? Now, most people are probably thinking, well, you must have just fed them, that must be why, and you literally could not be more dead wrong. Feeding them is the most dangerous part of my job. Feeding them does not make them calm and happy. It creates a feeding frenzy. When I feed him, it's the last thing I do for the day, and I go home. I don't come back in here, so they're all going nuts. And I've been thinking, yeah, I feed my dog and he loves me. Why wouldn't they do the same? Because doesn't it look like your dog? He does not think or act like a dog. He sees you as the food. You brought food with you. Good job, you brought a side dish with you. Now, when he first comes up from the wild, he is very defensive. He's going to try to kill me because he thinks I'm going to kill him. He's afraid of me, so he defends himself out of fear. Now, once I realize I'm not going to hurt them, we do an animal-friendly show. He's a lot more calm, relaxed, and he tolerates a lot of this because he knows I'm not going to hurt him. Now, they also know, more importantly, that if any of them try to mess with me, I make that guy do the show instead. Get where I'm going there. I work with every alligator in here, and they know I'm the guy that does the show. That's when I'm walking around, I step next to them, they kind of keep their heads down. They're like, don't pick me, bro. Don't pick me. Now, that does not make them tame or trustworthy. If I were to trip and fall, my hand slips, or he thinks he can creep up behind you, he will. And at least once a day, I'm walking around in there, one of them will try to bite you in the leg. If you're not quick, you're not paying attention, he'll rip your leg off, eat it in front of you, and not think twice or feel bad about it. Now, some of y'all look surprised, like, oh my God, they would? Well, yeah, because, you know, he's an alligator, not a Labrador. There's never a bond, never a friendship. He's not my pet. I love him, he does not love me, and yes, they don't play. In fact, this guy did buy my boss before. That's why he's my favorite. Now, right behind the eyes are the ears. They can seal off their ears, nostrils, and the back of the throat. Although they live in the water, they don't breathe underwater, but they do hold their breath an amazing 6 hours at a time. Now, I've got one more trick I'm going to show you guys before I do it. I want to say about myself, so you don't think I'm just some crazy redneck. I know how it looks. Actually, I have a bachelor's degree in environmental studies from FIU in Miami, so I'm an educated redneck, thank you. I work with all kinds of animals, not just gators. I also work with venomous snakes. I'm a shark diver. I'm also active in research here in the Everglades. We only catch gators, crocs, and pythons, and one of ongoing monitoring projects for the university. Now, I love to research and do my part upstate the Everglades, but makes no money, which is why I risk life and limb for the entertainment of complete strangers about the job. Now, they capture this kind of job. It's obviously very dangerous, and due to the danger factor, I'm technically not an employee of the park. I'm not on their insurance, so if you did rip off my hand, nobody's actually responsible, and I just get a get well soon card. Like, no, for real, it is literally the healthcare plan here. Due to liability, I'm not an employee of this park. I'm a volunteer. That way, if he does rip off my hand, it's 100% on me. So if you enjoy the show, have fun, let world, ripped his bicep muscle off the bone, ate part of his arm, and almost died. Now, it's an editing dramatic. I'm not trying to scare you. I don't want to be afraid of them, but I know I make it look so easy that people do forget it's powerful predators, so never try this or approach them. Now, as you can see, they're not aggressive. They're not out to get you. They're not going to chase you down. When people feed them, so we're going to have to try to handle them. That's how people get hurt or killed. Leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. Now, let's do our last trick with this guy. It's what we call the face-off, because if I mess up, my face comes off. You gotta have that morbid sense of humor right here. I'm going to open up the jaws, and I'm going to set my chin on the edge of the open jaw, balancing the jaws over my chin, and if anything touches inside the mouth, boom, jaws slam shut. Let's go ahead nice and carefully. Oh, hold on, he's getting a little crazy there, guys. Easy, buddy. Hold on, he's getting a little wild. Okay. Yeah, you hear that right there, guys. Yeah, so, ooh. There's some power on that one, right? Now, when he does something like that, you guys saw how close that comes to your arm. If you mess up by an inch, that's latched on your arm. And he's going to death roll, and he's going to take your arm off. Okay, so I know when I don't die in the first 20 seconds, you all think the alligator's tame, and I don't know what I'm doing here. But you see right there, it takes that minor slip, it's gone. Okay? Now, most of the show is a lot of bad jokes, and when you laugh, this is not a joke. This is extremely dangerous. So before I do it, I want some motivation. You guys enjoy the show? Yeah! All right, here we go, very carefully.
Wow. Đi về chỗ. Các cháu đi về chỗ. Tự động đi về.
What we're going to do now is we're going to take out baby gators for the cool animals checkout. If you have any questions for me, I'll be standing strategically by my tip-down cutter by my own cash app. You guys enjoy the show and have fun?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. We're going to exit out right this way, back here for the baby gator photo, or up.
This is the real deal out here, folks.
All right.
Absolutely. Now, I will tell you, there is all kinds of secrets that hide out here in the grass of the Everglades, and it's my job to shine a little light on that as we go. Now, folks, I do love to tell people my great uncle was the very first guide here in the Everglades back in 1901.
Oh, wow.
Stephen Roberts. And now you got Chad Roberts. I will also tell you that he actually trained the very first fish and wildlife agent here also. Now, that does come with a little bit of a crazy twist of a story, but I will leave that out on the water to tell you.
Okay.
So as we go out, I do want you to notice you've got a construction site, okay? That is a temporary floating dock down there. That means when you step on it, it is gonna move, folks, okay?
Okay.
Don't be afraid, it's all right. But I will tell you, if you step to the side of it, it will dip down a lot further. So try to stick to the middle of it, okay?
Okay.
Now, the most dramatic thing that happens out here in the Everglades are the loss of a cell phone. So I will tell you that generally happens from the time you get on the boat and when you get off the boat. That's the points to watch the phones, all right?
Okay.
So, folks, let's get going with our experience. Follow me down.
Rồi. Ý. Mới thả ra Thi. Mũ nó đâu hả? Hồi nãy em lấy xuống hả? Ồ, cái đá này vui chứ. Đá giống như đá san hô nè. Em hả? Đá trắng phếu à? Ừ, tao. Giờ đi lên tàu đi ra đầm lầy ha. Có cá nè, có cá hết đau bụng ha. Có cá hết đau bụng ha. Đi thẳng, đi thẳng, đi thẳng.
13. I'll add to pretty much the rest of you. Are you with the 13 or are you by yourself? All right. So why don't you guys just take over these 3 seats here? Make
3 seats in the back.
comfortable.
Okay.
Make sure you get to the outside with that camera.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Đi vô con. Để ba
And keep all the gator bait to the outside. Everybody's
cá gì vui chứ?
Không thấy.
Nó tại nước nó độc á. Thấy không?
You are in here,
No, no.
folks, okay? So let me quickly tell you the difference. This does not
Để mẹ
have
cầm
any
cho.
props or a keel. It is a flat bottom boat with 2 gigantic airplane props and a Navy captain taking you guys through the Everglades today.
Alright.
Now, this is not it.
Rồi, chuẩn bị tàu chuẩn bị đề ba nha, nó rất là ồn nha, để mà chút xíu mà nó chút về nhà mình edit lại sau. Bắt đầu đi. Ngồi đây, em coi chừng. Tàu mình quá rộng. Không, anh phải ngồi anh cản nó chứ.
Alright, well they always save the best for last, right folks?
Yes.
Now
Let's
I do
go.
love coming out here as the last boat because I don't have to rush. We can sit and take our time out here, folks. Now I will tell you, when coming out here at the end of the day, don't forget these are nocturnal creatures, so some of them can disappear, but I guarantee you we're going to find ourselves some wildlife out there.
Yeah.
Now let me get you guys squared away before we get going too hot and heavy now. Now I have 3 speed trails where I will be driving Renegade as fast as she will go. The first one is right here in front of us, folks. Now in between we are going to be looking for wildlife, and depending on wildlife is how many stories I get to tell you. Now if you've got any bags or valuables that you don't want to get wet, folks, and they're on the deck of the boat, you may want to pick them up. If you've got any oversized hats, sunglasses, or scarves, you might want to hold on to them. And Renegade does get loud at full speed, folks, so you may want to watch your ears. Now, I do like to start out with a little bit of history lesson before I hit these pedals and we haul boogie. It was actually none other than Alexander Graham Bell that invented the airboat back in 1913. I'll tell you something else, folks. I guarantee you when he was building these airboats, he didn't have what we've got on here today. And that is two 500 cubic inch Cadillac engines. Oh, that's right, folks. Now, one more thing I'll tell you about airboats. There are no brakes. There is no reverse. So make sure you got those cameras ready, folks. I am getting ready to take off here in just a few seconds. So do what you need to do to get ready, folks. All right, this boat's taking off here in 5, 4, 3. Inside the Everglades.
Đang từ giờ ông đi từ từ để mình đi kiếm cá sấu.
Folks, I do want to let you know I need everybody's help down there today. Now I do get busy driving this boat sometimes, so in order for us to see all this wildlife that's out here, I need all your eyeballs helping me out. So left side, if y'all see anything, all you got to do is reach out, point for me. Easy day. Now right side. Let's have ourselves a little chat. I cannot see to about 6 feet over there on that right side because of that canopy above your head. So if you could, if you see something out there, and I do ask for directions, just pick your arm straight up over that canopy and point it out for me, and that'll get us moving. The next little business I want to take care of is I do want to talk to y'all about my alligator disclaimer.
Đi kiếm cá sấu về.
I asked this question again yesterday and it does make me giggle. Now folks, I will tell you these are not Disney animatronics by any means. They do have 40 teeth on the top of their mouth, 40 teeth on the bottom. They bite harder than a great white shark. They swim faster than dolphins. And they can jump out of this water 6 feet in the air. Now, if you're sitting on the outside of the boat, don't worry, because they tend to land in the middle. But I will tell you to watch your hands and arms as you take pictures, folks. And risk. Now, I will tell you per law, please no feeding the gators, please no touching the gators, and I will tell you this, if you snap your fingers and call them like a dog, you're more than likely going to put them underwater, and your wife or husband will probably elbow you there in the gut. Keep your eyes in the water around here as well, folks. There is all kinds of fish. Alligator, gar, bass, brim, and a little guy named an Oscar that has what looks like several red eyeballs right in front of his tail fin.
Where?
Now, folks, I'll tell you that today's program, I break it down into 3 areas here in the Everglades. Going to be businessmen and the politicians that actually put everything in place and voted on what you have here all around you. So as we do go through our hour experience here, I do jump between these stories, and it does depend on the wildlife, folks. So as we come in, let me go ahead and talk to you about the 2 most important plants here. It's the cattail grass on the right-hand side and the spatterdox right here in the water next to you. Now, there are some amazing things these plants do, but for right now, I just want you to know, alligators love to hang out right in the grass line over here and then underneath these spatterdock leaves. So most of the time all you're going to see is a nose and 2 googly eyes like that little headband that young lady's wearing down there. If you look for those eyeballs, folks, you'll more than likely find that gator.
Đang nói cái đầu nó nhô Thì ông nó mới nói mấy đó.
Now that sound I'm making, folks, that's an old Gladesman trick. Now a Gladesman was somebody that hunted, fished, and trapped.
Giờ chơi trò ai nhìn thấy nó trước rồi hô lên nha.
I will tell you the males do eat baby gators, and the female will eat the last one left in the litter. So if you hear me make this call, you probably want to sit and look around you, folks.
Ai thấy thì hô à. Bây giờ đang đi tìm đây. Nó đang núp lùm ở dưới. Chỉ đưa con mắt lên thôi, khó thấy lắm.
Now get a good view down here in this water. You got some pretty good visibility, and I will tell you sometimes there is a guy that loves to hold his breath right down here. I will tell you that nobody plays a meaner game of Marco Polo than an alligator, folks. They can hold their breath up to 6 hours at a time.
Tìm cái sáo nó bộ khó à. Nó núp ở dưới ông.
Now I'm going to have a few seconds to talk to you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to y'all about the cattail grass and the spatter docks. But we will let Captain Rocky take off. Now, as you do look around you, folks, I'm going to tell you this. It was actually the first group of businessmen in the late 1800s, and they bought the original 4 million acres of the Everglades. So when they purchased the first 4 million, their view and their project from the very beginning was to drain the Everglades. Now they were trying to make all this agricultural land so they could put in sugarcane fields, folks. And if you don't know, sugar was about the biggest thing going on in the world around the 1800s. Now, as you look to these cattail grass and the spatter docks, they were actually chosen by the Audubon Society. Now there are 3 major reasons why we chose the spatter docks and the cattail grass. The first is they are water purifiers, and we do supply all the fresh water down to the Keys, Miami, and Fort Lauderdale. The second thing that this grass does, believe it or not, folks, they are the #1 food source. And the Seminoles and Miccosukee Indians used to boil these root balls down, beat them into a flour, and bake bread. Thing that both of these incredible plants have is life-saving medicinal qualities. So there was a reason why they wanted them here. I will tell you in a little bit once we get in our next section why we put them here. So folks, this is the second speed trail I'm taking. It is a short one, but I do love right where it puts us out. Sit back and enjoy.